Hello everybody, welcome to nico.radio. My name is Nico, your host for tonight. We're getting started early. The show hasn't officially started, so in fact, for the sake of that, I'm just going to turn this off right now. Hi, you are here for the ear training special. Last night, Nico.clueless decided that he wouldn't stream straight to the nico.radio page, but he decided to stream straight to his personal Facebook page. I don't know, he didn't know what he was doing, but hey, we're here now, and this is to make up for everything that was lost last night. It's now posted to our page. You can head over to the facebook.com/nico.radio, and you will see the video from last night. We go over the basics of ear training. Tonight, we're going to go over what you'll actually see on the ear training exam, or what you'd see on any ear training exam, kind of be able to do so that you can test out of courses, save that moolah. So that's what we're going to go over today. Let's see who's in the chat. Hi, Chloe, Caleb. Hi, yay, I'm just so happy you're here. Melissa's here. Liz is here. Brian, good morning, Brian. You're here. Okay. Anybody else here? Let me know in the chat. Good to see everybody. Good to hear everybody. I am so excited for your show tonight. We're going to breeze through the ear training first, and then right around 5:55, we'll call it off. Go get a drink of water, whatever you need, and we'll get started at 6 for virtual open mic night. Okay. So let's just get started here with a little recap of what we did yesterday. So if you didn't get to watch that video, or you wondered what we were actually doing yesterday, I'm going to show you right now. Let me pull this up. Okay, so there's 3 types of ear training technically, and we went over all 3 of them yesterday. There is melodic ear training, rhythmic ear training, and harmonic ear training, right? But today we're going to focus mainly on the melodic ear training because it covers all 3 parts technically. Because melodies are notes in certain rhythms. So there you go. And then if you know the notes to melodies, you can put those together and make harmonies. So it's kind of like if you know the middle ground, you're going to be good. So melodic ear training. This might look familiar to some students in high school who maybe took ear training before or took a choir class. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? So that's a scale, and we assigned syllables or solfege to each of those notes. So they kind of have their own lyrics, right? You kind of have to know these lyrics off the top of your head. And this is just a major scale, right? There's notes in between do and re. Do, re, do, right? So in between do and re, there's actually a note. So, you know, we don't know that note yet, and you won't have to. For the first ear training class at Berklee, you won't have to know do, di, re. You won't have to know that second syllable. So we're going to take it very basic, and what you want to do to memorize these, or not memorize, you kind of have to internalize them, which means I already know what this note sounds like, feels like, and it's this solfege syllable. It took me a long while. So a good way to learn your solfege syllables is to play the scales on the piano and sing along with them. Do, do, re, do, do, re, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. So you can kind of read along with it, sing along with it, and then take away the piano. Do, do, re, do. I would say, just for the sake of simplification here, because we don't have a full hour to go over it, if you want to learn solfege or solfege that will help you sight read, focus on just do, re, ti, do. Okay, so just seconds, right? Do to re, do, ti, do. If you know those, boom, you're already set. Another one that you want to memorize is the sol. Do, sol, do. Because one of the most common resolutions in music is the sol, do. Kind of like this. Sol, do. Right? So if you know sol to do, re to do, and ti to do, you're these are all names. But, you know, you kind of get familiar with those jumps, passing tones. Do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. do, ti, do. So you kind of got to internalize this so that you know the solfege syllables. So then we did some examples, I believe. Yes, we did Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But that was to learn how to sing it. Now never, ever do what I just did. I just changed the lyrics to solfege. Do not write in the solfege. You'll never learn it. You'll never learn it that way. Okay? So what you want to do is look at those notes and internalize where they're going. In the bottom left, do, do, sol, sol, la, la, sol, twinkle, twinkle, little star, do, do, sol, sol, do. That distance, right? You know it's halfway between the scale. Hey, do, sol, do, 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 sol, sol, la, la, sol. Even if you have to do some like hand motions. You know, I'm Italian. I speak with my hands. But even if you have to do something to tell yourself do to sol, to do, sol, sol, la, sol, a second, right? And you're able to see these notes move up, and you know I've got to go up, but how far up? A second, a third, a fourth. Everything's a jump away, and it's a pretty easy jump. So this is what you will see on the exam. Let me pull it up for you. We're going to do a couple examples together, all right? You're going to see, and this is very basic. It's going to get way harder than this, but you're going to look at these melodies, okay? This is just some sight reading. I think some teacher for a high school choir put these up, or middle school, something like that. I just found it online. You could always find sight reading examples. I think that's the best way to get better. Just pull up something to read and start reading it. But for these melodies, there's also rhythms to them. It's not just simple quarter notes. A lot of them are simple, but I'm going to try my best to play along, and I want everybody in the chat, okay? Everybody in the chat, I want to hear what number I'm playing. So you have options 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As I play it, you have to listen and kind of pick which one I'm playing. This is kind of exactly how the exam's going to go, because there's going to be 4 multiple choice examples just like this, and you have to pick what you heard. So that's kind of what we want to do. This is ear training. This is dictation. You're able to write what you hear based on the solfege that you hear as well. Always be thinking do, re, do, ti, do, do, re, mi, the third, mi, re, do, re, mi, third, okay? So I'm going to play the scale, I'll play some chords, I'll play the root note, and then I'll start playing the melody. These melodies are 4 measures each. All right, everybody in the chat, get ready. Tell me which example I play. First, the scale. Which one was that? Which one was that, everybody? I'm going to screw these up. I totally am. But I'm thinking of solfege as I'm playing the piano. I'm thinking, what does that jump sound like? What does that look like? All right? Knowing your staff and all the notes on the staff is very important too. So, looks like everybody's getting it so far. All of our music readers out there. And if you don't read music, don't be afraid. Really, just think about it. I'm gonna simplify it. It looks like everybody's getting it. Good, that's great. But let's think about it for the non-music readers, okay? If you look at that first example, and this was the root note, or, you know, kind of the key that we're singing in, right? It starts not on the root. Anybody should be able to tell, if you have good ears, anybody should be able to tell that it went down first, and it didn't jump down either. It kind of walked along, right? There was a passing tone in there. And then it jumped up. You know that it goes down and it goes up. So you have to be able to tell motion, and the best way to do that is to think, this was a higher pitch, that was a lower pitch, right? And then it jumps up. It doesn't go back up a step. No, it goes up a third. There's space in between those notes. And then there's a passing tone again. Or, well, that's a neighboring tone. They call that a neighboring tone. Right? So you have to be able to tell the most simple forms. When there's a note in between, which is do, re, do, ti, do, just seconds, if you know seconds, you know music. You know how to read. And what makes it easier is knowing where the me's are. So I pick a note. Do. If that's do, you should be able to pick off the top of your head where mi and sol is. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. A major chord. Ta-da. All right, let's try another one. Let's just see how we do. Chat, if you're just joining us, anybody there, hello everybody. I'm going to be playing these examples and you have to tell me which one I'm playing. It should be pretty easy, but you have to know the rhythms too, and we're going to talk about rhythm on the next example. Okay, let's pick one. Here we go. I have to pick. Hopefully you can't see the piano notes I'm playing. I don't think you can, but okay. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Okay, I need to start over. I need to look at the piano as I play. You know how hard this is? All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. At least everybody got it. I screwed up so much, but I at least I knew where I was going. I couldn't feel the piano enough to or look at it. I'm definitely horrible at giving these examples, but everybody got it based off that first measure, and that's why I bring up rhythm. Rhythm has no sense at all unless there's a tempo that I have to give you. Because, I mean, the first one consisted mainly of quarter notes, and then there were some eighth notes in there. But rhythm is one of the most easy ways to know what was just played. And you're all getting that right, 6. And that's because it started with an eighth note. 2 eighth notes, to be exact. And if you look at all the other examples, none of them start with 2 eighth notes. 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Or 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right? Let's try one where I don't play the piano, because this is my cop-out. I'm just going to escape. And I'm going to clap only the rhythm. And you have to tell me which one it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Caleb asks a great question. Could you just know that you were in the key of B flat and then get it from there? Technically, yes. I know on the exam, all of the examples are going to be in the same key, and you're going to have to tell the note differences more than anything. So, yeah. Technically, yes, you are correct. You could have just told that I was in the key of B flat, and boom. Yes, that is the answer. Liz, Ryan, Brian, everybody's got it right so far. I clapped 4. Now, these are only using quarter notes and eighth notes. There's going to be some examples that have 16th notes in too. So let's go try a rhythmic example. I'm going to pull this up. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. Now here's something from yesterday. I'm going to play a line. You have to tell me which line I'm playing. Okay? You're going to have a couple examples like this. So I'm going to pick a line here. I don't have them numbered. Okay, let's do this. Ready? I'm going to make this as large as it can be. Drag this around. Ta-da. Oh, God, what have I done? Okay. Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. What would a nico.radio show be without these technical difficulties? I'm almost certain we're going to crash tonight. All right, so here we go. It's not pretty. You have 6 lines here. I'm going to clap one of these lines, and you have to tell me which line I played. The top one is line 1, the bottom line is line 6. I hope everybody gets that. I trust you. You're all smart. All right, I'm going to clap a line. 1, 2, ready, go. don't even know if that came out clear. Maybe next time I'll use my mouth. All right, what line did I just play? You got this. You got this. This has some 16th notes in it. I gave you the easy one, actually. The answer is what everybody's saying so far. It's 4. The answer is 4. So, how did I get that? Well, I subdivided in my head, right? If this is your tempo, you have to know your tempo. And they're going to give you the tempo for every example. And the best way to stay in time, if you're worried about staying in time in music, always be subdividing in your head. So they give you a tempo like this, be thinking 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And then that tells you, that informs you which part of the beat you should be playing the notes, right? So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So let's all try line 2 together. Line 2 on the screen. You have some 8th, 16th combinations. 1 and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a. You have to make sure you give that 8th note the perfect space. 1/8 is equivalent to 2 16ths. 2 16ths, just simplify the fraction, 1/8. So an 8th note takes the value of 2 16th notes. That's the same length as, right? All right, so let's try line 2 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we kind of flipped around those 8th 16ths. The 8th comes before the 16th. That means we have to wait a little. 1E and a. 1E and a. See that? And then the second measure puts those 2 16th notes first. 1E and a, 2E and a. I'm sorry, 1E and a, 2E and a. Right? Those 2 16th notes are front. I had a student once that used to think that just because those notes were closer together, that means to play them faster. That's not true. Rhythm is all about timing it and perfecting that, okay? And then finally, I don't really have an example for this. I'll just kind of pull up, well actually if I pull up the piano full screen, you know what will happen. People will look at the piano and they'll know what I'm playing. So maybe I'll hide the piano as I do it. But, okay. Now we're going to talk about harmonic. You're going to have to know a little bit of harmonic for the exam. For the most part, though, it's going to be melodies at rhythms at the same time. You'll also know some intervals. And I think I have the intervals. Let's find the interval slide. Knowing your intervals is really important because it helps. Oh, there we go. You got to see it. It helps tell you, where those notes can jump to and where they can go, right? So in the exam, do you have to clap the rhythm or identify which one is being played? I'm speaking about, and I don't know, maybe they're going to change it. I'm actually speaking about an exam that you're going to have to take over the summer. It's just on the computer. I think 20 to 25 questions. They're going to give you different examples, and I'm going to show you some resources for that to hear the intervals. Yeah, they're going to give you some examples, and you're going to have to identify using multiple choice or typing in, like, what kind of note is this? What interval is this? What note did you just hear? Can you tell what this note is if you've heard this note? And then here's some melodies. Listen to them. Tell me which example it is, kind of like we just did at the beginning. So, it's really important that you practice all of these different things, and there's a good resource for you to do that. But knowing your intervals, these are really important. You got to be able to hear these with your own ears. So I found a website that kind of helps you through that. Let me see if I can find it. musictheory.net. Okay. musictheory.net it's a cute little website. A lot of teachers like to use it in the first semester. You want to learn intervals, interval identification. You're able to see this on the staff. And if you don't even know what the notes on the staff are yet, hey, start with note identification. It's really easy to go through. And the more you get used to it, oh, that's a B. Ta-da. Oh, that's a D sharp. Oh, that's an F sharp. Right? So you want to get good at these things. Look at the piano, trying to play along, right? Then you move on to interval identification. You're able to look at something like this and see that's a C and that's a B flat. We're talking about a minor seventh here, right? You want to look at something like this. I'm so choppy. That's an E, and that's a B flat, E to B flat. Well, let's think. E flat to B flat would be a perfect fifth, but E to B flat would be like an augmented fourth. I'm wrong. It's a diminished fifth. It's because the flats. You have to know your enharmonic spelling. See, even I make mistakes. At least I had good intention with it. It's a flat five. Technically also the same as augmented fourth, but they serve different purposes in analysis. So, go through these examples. Play along with them. Yes, that is a tritone. That's one, your 1, 2, 3 whole steps. 3.5. That's a 4 steps above. It's technically like the perfect fourth, but it's not the perfect fourth, right? So anyway, yeah, I hope you get the point. You can move through all of these different examples, like chord identification, being able to see that. That'll help with harmony. But in terms of the ear training exam, just to keep things simple, and this will be our last point of the night, this is what we'll do. Let me pull it up. Okay, I'm going to play some chord progressions in the key of C. That'll be easy. I won't screw this up. And you have to tell me what I'm playing, what chord progression I'm playing. And you can use letters, you can use Roman numerals, you can use numbers, honestly. I'm fine with that. You don't have to tell me major. You don't have to tell me minor. Whatever you want. You just tell me where I'm going. And the easiest way to figure out where I'm going is to listen to that root note. Always listen to that bottom note, and you'll know what chord is playing, at least in ear training 1. In ear training 1, yes. I know that you can do different inversions. I know that you can have polychords, whatever it is. But in ear training 1, you just have to be able to hear the root motion and know what chord is above it, okay? So we're going to stay in Ionian mode, which is traditional C major. And I'm going to play some chords. Tell me where I'm going, okay? Simple chord progression. I'll do it again because I screwed up. Listen to that bass line. Where did I go? I went from do to... Where did I go? Do to fa, to sol, to fa, back to do. And that's how you're able to tell that that was a C chord. The fourth chord in Ionian mode is major. The fifth one is technically, what's the word? Dominant. But it goes back to 1. Natasha's got it. Brian's got it. Great. Everybody's got it. Let's do 2 more, and then I'm gonna go take a little break, and we're gonna get going with virtual open mic night. Real quick, tell me what these are. One more time. Listen to that bass line. If you think I'm playing 1 to 6 to 2 to 5 to 1, you're right. Yes, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. That's a very common one. And then finally, the last one. Let's see if I can trick you up a little bit. That's a tough one. Let's do it again. I wish I would have played it in a waltz, like a 3/4. But it's tough. But I went 1, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. you're learning progressions. So you'll have to identify what the chord progression is in the exam, and you'll have to know based on root movement, the bass line. You just have to know where that song is going. And you have to know that it resolves back to 1, or maybe it might not. You know, you just never know. So use your ears, listen to music. The best way to get better is to just keep doing what we just did. Look music up online, read it for fun, anything. Clap along to songs. Instead of singing the melody, clap the melody. That's all you got to do. And then finally with the harmony, kind of try to play the bass line to songs on the piano. All right? Your ears are better than you think. Keep up the great work. I'm glad that we had fun doing this. I hope that made more sense for everybody. Now, I'm going to go take a quick break, and I will be back in 4 minutes for our virtual open mic night. Get ready, folks. We're starting soon. everybody. Welcome to Virtual Open Mic Night. My name is Nico Ruggieri, the host of nico.radio. How's everybody doing in the chat? Tell me how we're doing. Good to see all of you here. I am so excited for our Virtual Open Mic Night. If you're new to nico.radio, let me explain what happens. Every week, I challenge our amazing community to send in their talents. And that could be singing, dancing, performing, whatever it is, any form of art. We send it in, and I will display it on a virtual open mic night. I know, open mic, yes, we all have different talents. Any performers, any instrumentalists, we are open and accepting all submissions. Please send it in. We are happy to display your amazing talent. And our community, they'll love you. They'll love you. Show them, chat. Show them how we love everybody who plays here. Throw some hearts in the chat. I want to see all the hearts in the chat. My heart is out for all of you tonight. All right, we have a very special night ahead. You're also probably wondering about all the other links and stuff. Yeah, I do want to talk about that, and that will be the first thing that we cover. All right? So, let's talk. The power of music. The power of music. It is probably the most powerful thing in the world. That is my belief. And all of you know that. All of you already know that. It is more than notes and rhythms. It is life. It is our blood. It is our being. Of course, as musicians, I'm speaking to musicians. That makes sense, right? But music, it is different for everybody. It's all of our perceptions, our interpretations, our beings, right? This is who I am. I am music. That is what nico.radio is. But music means something to everybody. What you're looking at on the screen, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and Roll Jordan Roll. Now, anybody can do the history on these two songs and say, oh, that came from Eastern civilization. That came from, the church, Christianity, and the origination of the hymn, right? Anybody could say that these are church songs, music, right? That's their interpretation of it. That's their interpretation of history. That's their belief, and it's probably been passed down from their generation to the next, to the next, to the next. But these songs had multiple meanings, multiple interpretations. Swing Low, Sweet Chariot was known as an African-American spiritual. A spiritual was used back in the days of the 1830s to 1860s in slavery, when our African-American culture in the United States was deprived. They said, you can't have this. Music, life, opportunity, freedom, no, you can't have this. They had nothing, virtually nothing. And that's because the people on this land, this country, decided that. And that same Sunday that they said that, they went to church and they sang these songs. So our African-American culture took these songs and said, you can have your interpretation, so can I. Music is not just for you or for them or for this person in this place. Music is for everyone. You can take everything from me, but you cannot take my voice. So they'd sing these Christian songs, these church songs, right? They'd use their own renditions. Roll, Jordan, roll, crossing the Jordan River. That was a story of Moses, right? Crossing the Jordan River was just crossing the Mississippi to a better place, a better life. Crossing the Ohio, crossing the Tennessee. It's to get to a better life. This is what they were singing about. This is what they were striving for. Sing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Where's home? Home is free. And they had to sing this every single day in their heads because somebody decided they can't have music. They can't have life. Joke's on them. This music was theirs in the first place. They used coded spirituals. That's what they were called, where they'd be singing songs that the average white person in the United States would sing and say, ha ha, we can do this too. Yes, of course. So music has been for everyone since the existence of it. And the funny thing is, to ignore that, to ignore good music, good art, That's just pure ignorance. That's pure stupidity. That's pure racism. And we don't have that. Not in music. Now, on the left is a depiction of what it might have been like in the 1830s to 1860s. On the nights off, when the sun set. Some didn't have this form of expression. On the right, this is the 1930s to the 1960s. Now, this is Cootie Williams playing in the Cotton Club, very famous club for African American culture and expression. Music has always been the universal form of expression. It's the universal language. It's one that we can all speak. But why did they have to speak it in silence? Why did they have to speak it in their corridors, in their closed doors? What scares me the most about these two pictures is the one on the left is almost identical to the one on the right, and it's 100 years later. Who couldn't tell that something was wrong? But I look at, the silver lining here. What is beautiful about this picture? That they could express their feelings, that you take everything from them and they still have this. Look on the right. Even in the 1930s, you could take everything from them, but they still have music. They still have life. These pictures should be drastically different, and they're not. If you pull up another one today, look at the protests. Why are these pictures not different? Why does this country still keep people from expressing themselves fully? That's what art does. And that's why art leads when music fails. I'm sorry, that was a horrible rendition of the quote, but art leads when leaders fail. All right? Think about that. Art is the most organic form of expressing yourselves. And the fact that a person, a race, a creed, a group of people have the power to silence that? A country has the power to silence that? No, it's not right. And we need to get to a place where we can all have equal notes, equal rhythms, equal melodies, equal harmony. We are all equal, and we have been forever. So joke's on them. Joke's on any of you. The way you say, I don't like this music, is the same way you say, I don't like them. And you can't say that anymore. Music is the universal language. It is our right of expression. And finally, it unites people under a purpose that freed slaves in the 1860s, a purpose that gained equal rights in the 1960s. And I strongly believe that it is you sitting in your chair right now watching nico.radio, because you're here. I have a strong belief that music will lead us to equal voices for all, equal opportunity, equal everything. I don't know why the world is not musical. It's very noisy. But you have the power of music. That is your superpower. Go make music in this world of noise. Thank you. So, tonight we are dedicating all of our performances, all of our shows, all of our talent. We are dedicating it all to the Black Lives Matter movement. What does that mean? Yes, there are so many ways you could participate, and I think the first one of all, is to educate. Educate yourself. If you think you know it all, you don't. That was one of the first quotes on my album. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Engage in active learning. Ask people what they are feeling. See how you can translate that to your life and realize that we are all the same. I would say that the next step is get involved, and you could do that by signing petitions. There's so many resources out there. I'm going to stay in my lane. I don't know all of those off the top of my head, but I figured this would be a good way to help. I have set up, and I'm going to show you here, I've set up this right here is our donation registration. So you might have already donated to the cause or a certain cause. Totally fine. If you haven't, tonight is a great opportunity to do so, because when you scan this code and it takes you to my website, which is nicoplays.live/donate, it'll be all on the screen all tonight. When you're taken to that page, you're going to have to register your donation, which is number 1 over there. You'll type in your first, last name, your email address, and then you'll get to pick from any of the 6 organizations I've chose, or you could say other, I've already donated, right? Then it's going to pull up another page that says select your organization, which one you just chose. You'll click there and boom, you're taken to the website where you can donate. Now here's why you want to do it tonight. If you register your donation tonight, every donation received, now that you've seen this, the code will be everywhere. It's just not right here. So every donation that I get registered tonight, and I'll tell you by the end of the stream, from this hour till the end of the show, if you register your donation, every user, unique user, so that means you and somebody else, you can't just type it in 20 times. Every unique user, I will donate $1 to inequality.org. My minimum contribution will be $50, so if we don't get over 50, I'll at least be contributing 50. I think we could do better, and that means just sharing it with your friends, telling people about nico.radio right now, and say, hey, just go to this website, register your donation. Even if you're not donating now and you've donated before, just register it through the website. I've chosen Black Lives Matter, Color of Change, the Movement, the National Bail Fund, the NAACP LDF, Legal Defense Fund, and inequality.org. You can do your research on all of those right now. I will personally be donating to inequality.org, and that is because I don't believe in inequality. Right now, we live in a country, and this is the thing, it's for everybody. We live in a country where everyone is equal, just some are more equal than others. And that's not right. That's really not right. As a white male, my feelings are half of the community around me. So just know that I am with you, I stand with you, nico.radio stands with you, and this will always be a stage for all musicians, all music. All right. I love you all. Thank you. Any feelings in the chat? I think what we need to do is show our community that we love each other. One more round of hearts in the chat. My big heart in the chat right here for you. I'll even put my contributions right now. Just tapped them all in. Let's get started, and there's no better way to get started to pay tribute to the Black Lives Matter movement than our friend Kaya Mack. Kaya Mack had an amazing moment this weekend. She sang her original song in tribute of the protests, and she is a shining light. She is making music where there is a lot of noise. So let's take it away with Kaya Mack.
My name is Kaya Mack. I'm a performer in the area. I live in South Berwick, Maine. Thank you. Today, I was gonna speak, and then I realized that I've always spoken through music. So I wrote an original song called I Can't Breathe, and it's what I'll be performing today, and I'll be performing also Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. I can't breathe with your knee on my neck. I can't breathe. No, I never forged that check. I know it's 'cause the color of my skin. I can't breathe, so how could I ever win? I can't breathe. That's what George Floyd said. I can't breathe. Eric Gardner while he bled. We say the names aloud as we mourn in these crowds. I can't breathe, not right now. We can't breathe. We can't breathe. We can't breathe, not right now. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river I've been running a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Thank you so much.
A change is gonna come. A change is coming. Yes, Kaya. Kaya, first of all, I think the word peaceful is very important. And there's something about your voice that brought so much peace in that crowd. I mean, crowds, the first thing most people immediately think is noise, and then you have to make music from noise. No. This was beautiful. It was peaceful. It was perfect. She sang her original "I Can't Breathe," and then she sang "A Change Is Coming, Change Is Gonna Come." I think Sam Cooke. Both songs of drastic peace and change, but most importantly, power. You empowered that crowd of people, and said, "Hey, I'm in this with you." And just know that the nico.radio crowd, though you can't see us in that crowd of people, we were out there. We were cheering you on. Kaya, I am so blessed for you and for your contributions to the world, but especially to nico.radio, and showing us that music is your language. And that is such a beautiful, I'm so glad you said that. You are a moving piece in this protest, in this life. And keep using your music to bring people under that purpose. We are with you. Nico.radio is with you. We're so proud of you. Thank you, Kaya. All right. Now, another tribute. Brad sang a cover this week. Now, you know Brad. Brad writes some amazing songs. We lost our minds when everybody collaborated on A Part de Vous. Oh my gosh. It's still stuck in my head. Brad, you have the magic of memory. You've got it. You've got me singing. But he did one of a cover of the state that I'm in right now, Ohio. Was written by Neil Young. It's actually written about the National Guard in a protest at a college that's, my sister went to this college. It's only 40 miles north of me, called Kent State. He explains the story. One of the victims of this event actually went to my high school, and we have a mural of her, a scholarship in her name, and we pay a lot of respect to her. So yeah, this one's very local to me, and I'm so glad that Brad did a wonderful rendition of it. This is Ohio, done by Brad Belmondo.
You cannot continue to oppress, beat down, marginalize, redline, and kill a people and think we ain't gonna stand up and eventually fight back.
We dominate the streets. There is no justice, there is no liberty.
Soldiers and Nixon coming, we're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. We gotta get down to it, soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How can you run when you know?
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's so much to gather here. I'm like overwhelmed. This is amazing. Okay, so first of all, Brad, on a musical level, your production, the fact that you produced this in such like a turnaround, like such a fast time, that takes me like months to get right, and you got it done in like, oh my gosh. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the harmonies. Every single time you've recorded something and sent it in, just the harmonies on your tracks. Oh my gosh. How? How does he do it? This was really decorated well and thoughtfully, and it was important. Every moment was, it was like you felt like you were a part of it, and that's powerful, effective communication. This is what I'm telling you. Music is the most wonderful language, especially when it's done like this. Brad, I think you said you were going into songwriting, and that's obviously a clear, perfect path for you. Never, ever, no, I don't have to tell you anything. You know what you're doing. But Brad, this is monumental. It's moving. It changes people. And if you have the power to do that, I mean, this is a future. You're not just making music, you're making art, and it's more. You're making life. And thank you for contributing this week to nico.radio, and I'm just so thankful that you see what we see. That's what it's all about. Brad, hit us with another original, please. Next week, I'd love to. I'll tell you about next week's challenge. Next week's challenge will be to collaborate with me again, and I'd prefer if we chose originals. Brad, you've got it all figured out. If you just want to send something in, please do it. It's optional. If you want me to play something or sing along with it, whatever, you just tell me. But for the most part, I can't do much. You just send in the track and I add something above it. That's how these collaborations work. But Brad, we want to hear another one of your originals. So we'd love if you sent us something like that. Thank you, Brad. All right, next artist. She's back. Our lovely friend Natasha is back, and she does Summertime. Ella talks once again. It's this coding, right? Summertime. She's talking about a better time in life. Now summer is turning summer for all of us, but Natasha does a beautiful rendition of this. Beautifully done. Take it away, Natasha.
Fish are jumping and the cotton's high. Your daddy's rich and your mother's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry.
I didn't even have my stank face ready. Woo! I wasn't ready. Okay, so actually, Natasha participated in our challenge last week, which was to do a rendition of a past Nico.radio performance or of an Instagram. Who sang it first? Well, of course, it was our stank face king, Caleb. My gosh, but I think she did good justice to it. Oh my gosh, Natasha. Ooh, that was smooth. Yes. Loved it. Wow. So I almost placed these perfectly on accident. Tasha, thank you for coming back to nico.radio. I'd love if you had an original for next week, because then we could work on it together. Even if it's like halfway done, I'd love to work on that. And you could put that beautiful vocal soul on it. Girl, it's killing. Love it. Now, it was total accident that I did this, but keep your stank faces on. Natasha got us prepared, but now the king of the stank face indeed. Get him ready, because he's gonna blow us away again. Yeah, all of a sudden, Caleb plays guitar. What? Take it away, Caleb. Wait, Caleb, you're a little squished. I'm gonna fix this. Caleb, we're gonna make sure everybody sees your beauty and your love on this cover. I might have to pull it up from the side. I hope that's okay. I think that's the only way it's gonna work. Was it this? Haha, it was. Totally guessed right. All right, here we go. Caleb, take it away on nico.radio.
Life's not over. I can start again while I'm lonely, broken hearted. It's a hurting thing to get over. I'm young, but I'm wise enough to know that you don't fall in love overnight. That's why I thought if I took my time, that everything in love would be right. So as soon as I close my eyes, and I was saying to love goodbye, but I guess I'm lonely, oh, broken hearted. Life's not over. I can start again while I'm lonely, broken hearted. It's a hurting thing to get over.
Those runs! Oh my gosh! Caleb, you take us from here to there. Oh my gosh! Just, whoo, grace. Such grace. And you're good. I think Nico.radio has officially come to everybody doing something different every week and just blowing my mind. Caleb, you are like, whoa, I wish. There are some people that work 22 years of life to try to get that good at something. You are insane. Caleb, thank you. Thank you for coming back to Nico.radio each and every week, making us all cry because, you know, we want that. We love that. We love that for you. But that was Broken Hearted by Brandy. Great tune. And killed it, of course. That's Caleb. That's what Caleb does. Kills it. So, all right, let's keep it rolling here. We want to get through the show tonight. Now, we are introducing a new group on Nico.radio, but very familiar faces. You remember Aaron. You remember Zach on drums, Ryan and Reed. They're back again, but we're not going to call them Aaron, Zach, Ryan, and Reed. That doesn't fall off the tongue. We're calling them the Fearless Flyers. Take it away, Fearless Flyers. The Fearless Flyers. Look out for them. Yo, Aaron, you've contributed something so different every week with such, variety of people too. You're killing. I love your diversity of, oh my gosh. Zach, so jealous. Reed, Ryan, you guys, wow. And you've done, I think, maybe on accident, because Aaron's been sending them in to me. Thank you, Aaron. Seriously, these guys ought to love you. We love you. But I think you guys have been on nico.radio before too. Ghost Notes. Yeah, you're telling me, Jacob. Wow, that was insane. Whoo! The action there was just, whoo. Like a smack in the face good. Yes. All right, boys. So thankful that you've joined our community. If this is a band, I already see you opening up for Wolfpack, and then pretty soon people like you more than they like them, and then all of a sudden you're on the stage, and it's the Fearless Flyers. So keep it up. Keep the funk up. Yes. All right. Let's keep it rolling here. Now, this is somebody that I actually got to meet last year, a new person of our community. Her name is Alexa Ronson. She's kind of been, go check out her Instagram. She is like flawless in all capacities, but her singing a little bit of James Brown here. Woo, take us away. She actually has a single coming out soon. Check it out. I think the date is June 19th. Am I right? It might be an EP. Let me check it out. Alexa is a star in the Berklee community. Very active, very social, just a loving being that, once again, you see him on the street, you say hi, you wave, you've got it. Now, go pre-order Ruthless. It's coming out on, I believe, let's see, June 19th. I called it. Ruthless, a song by Alexa Ronson, June 19th. Go have it a listen. Let's listen to her do a cover of James Brown's It's a Man's World.
No, this is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't mean nothing, yeah, without a woman or a girl. You see, Mom ran the cars to take us over the road, and man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made electric lights to take us out the dark. Whoa. Man made the boat for the water like Noah made the ark. This is a man's world. But it won't mean nothing, yeah, without a woman or a girl. Mom thinks about his little baby girl and her baby boys, and man makes them happy, 'cause man makes them toys. And every man makes everything he can. You know, that makes money to buy from another man. This is a man's world. But it won't be nothing, yeah, without a woman or a girl. Thank you guys so much.
Alexa! Video cut out there at the end, but Alexa, go stream Ruthless, coming out June 19th. Look forward to it. That's 2 Fridays away, so check it out. Alexa, thank you for joining the nico.radio community. We love you here. You can sing. Woo! Woo! I'm really excited for Ruthless. It'll be on my radar. We're going to add it to the playlist the moment it comes out. We are here to support you, Alexa. You are a star. Keep shining in the real world. So, all right, our next artist tonight, she's back. She did one of the first open mic nights, blew us away with all of her talent, with her original music and her covers. She's doing a cover again this week, but she has got a whole posse with her. Our friend Liz. Liz, it's like 3 in the morning over there. She's still awake, and all of her crew is up watching her too. Now, she is in a group called The Pins. The Pins, right? So The Pins are dropping a single this Friday, and we're going to add it straight to our playlists. Everybody's going to add it to their own playlist too. It's called Italian Food. Get a good listen of it. And then, guess what? In another 2 Fridays, you're going to be able to listen to the full EP, their debut EP, The Pins. Here's our friend Liz playing some Stevie Wonder for us on nico.radio.
Hi guys, my name is Liz. I'm from Hamburg in Germany. I hope you're all doing well right now. For today, I have sent in a short clip of a cover of I Wish by Stevie Wonder, done with a band that I play in called The Pins. So yeah, if you like our sound, I'd really appreciate if you went and checked it out, because we have put a lot of work in our EP, which is coming very soon, and I'm really excited, and I thought maybe you would be too. So yeah, enjoy.
Smoking cigarettes and writing something nasty on the wall. Teacher sent you to the principal's office down the hall. You grow up and learn that kind of thing is right, but while you were doing it, it sure fell out of sight. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
You heard it here first. The Pins dropping the debut EP, Strike. It's coming out on the 26th this June. Get a good listen. You got the sneak preview now. You got the sneak preview on nico.radio. Now you got to go stream it, listen to it. The Pins featuring our own Liz. Liz, we love you so much. You just played my favorite song by Stevie. You can't go wrong with Stevie. Groovy group, man. I was digging that. Yes. So I'm really excited to listen to Italian Food this Friday. Everybody add it to your playlist. I'll make it easy for you. I'll put it on our playlist, then you save it onto yours. It's that easy. And then when Strike comes out, we're going to pick our favorites from there and put it onto the playlist too. So The Pins, good to have you here. Welcome to the nico.radio community. We are so happy to have you and our lovely friend Liz. Liz, thanks for staying up so late with us. We love you. We are so happy you're back. And we can't wait to hear your originals as well. So, all right, now let's move on to the OGs of the community, the ones you all know and keep coming back for more. We've got a special treat for everybody this week. Yes, we're doing some originals. Of course, Trees to the Rain by our friend Nandini. Take it away, love.
Rain, it fell upon my eyes, caught me by surprise. It was red and cold as ice. Rain gathered in the sky, came to say hi, and everyone was saying goodbye. You came to my city, quenched all my agony. I was never so happy. You gave color to my life, blue, yellow, green, and white. It was such a blissful sight.
colors. I wish you were my home. Rain, fall on me, make me dance. Rain, talk to me, say my friend. Rain, you're my love, you're my life. Rain, if you go, will you return? Rain, stay with me a while. Now don't you say goodbye. Don't you let me die.
Yes! Nandini, oh my gosh. Yo, beautiful original. And you chose uke with that too. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, I loved it. And then, listen, your vocal arrangements, when you add in, when there's more than one of you, we love it because it's just, it goes all the way around our ears and we feel it's like therapeutic. Wow, it was beautiful. And lyricism was flawless. Trees to the rain. I love it. We want more. And that means you have to do another original next week, and you have to do it with me. So send it in to me, and I'll add my charts to it too. You can tell me what to play, and I'll add it. It worked really well for us last time. It was a hit. We did take 5. I think we should do it again. So if you're interested, please send it along. If you want to take a break, totally cool. But keep writing that original music. Post it everywhere. Oh my gosh, that is a song we all need right now. A moment where you could close your eyes and be with nature and celebrate life. Beautiful. Thank you, Nandini. All right, next up on nico.radio. Guess what? We're going all around the world with Melissa. Take it away, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa Mandel, and I'm from Long Island, New York. And this week, I will be covering a famous song sung by the Carpenters in the 1970s. And it's called I Won't Last a Day Without You. Enjoy!
Face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong. It's nice to know that there's someone I can turn to. You always care, you're always there. When there's no getting over that rainbow, when my small list of dreams won't come true. I can take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without you. So many times when the city seems to be without a friendly face, place. It's nice to know that you'll be there if I need you. You always smile. It's all worthwhile when there's no getting over that rainbow. When my small list of dreams won't come true, I can take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without you. Touch me and I end up singing. Troubles seem to up and disappear. Touch me with the love you're bringing. I can hardly lose when you're near. When you're near, my love you for my friends. I've forgotten half the promises. They're not unkind, just hard to find. One look at you, and I know that I can learn to live without the rest. I found the best when there's no getting over that rainbow. When my smallest of dreams won't come true,
decorated! Okay, listen. Number one, sounds good. You killed it. And your voice, oh my gosh, it fits right in with the Carpenters. It was beautiful. Ooh! It was like, so at Berklee, we do these things called sound-alikes. And if I ever had to do a sound-alike for the Carpenters, you're my call. Really, it's flawless. And it just, the way you fit in with that song, perfect. You decorated. It's music video ready. Please put it everywhere. I want to share it with everyone. I think you're going to get the full spin of the week, and that's going to go on our nico.radio Instagram TV page. Wow, that's 4 different things that are different. nico.radio.instagram.tv. But you're going to see the full production of Melissa there this week. Thank you, Melissa, for being such an active part of this community. You're one of the OG crew now, and I'm just so thankful, for you supporting this and supporting yourself in it too. I mean, really, you think about the improvement you've gone through, and it's not like, you've been doing these wonderful musical things, but you challenge yourself this week. You're like, you know what? I'm going to do this flip here and this decoration, and that's what it's all about. You're forcing your artistry to take different paths, and who knows who loves it? I love it. I love everything you've done. So, Melissa, thank you for being such a great part of this community, for cheering everybody on and being cheered on, because that's so important. We are here to support you, and we're proud of you. Thank you for decorating. That's like my favorite. I love the decorations. I don't know if she's still here, but Alexa joined the chat for a few seconds. Drop your hearts in the chat for Alexa. I don't know if she's still here. Alexa, if you are, we just played your song, and you can watch it back, and everybody loved it. Seriously, you have an amazing voice. You are a queen, and keep it up. Seriously, thank you for joining the community. All right, let's keep it rolling here. So, a little upset when I watched them back this week, and I realized that Snowball was not going to be in nico.radio. Sad faces in the chat, little crying faces. We need some cries here to force Rowit to put Snowball back in the videos. But that's okay, we got the next best thing. It's Rowit. Rowit has invented a new game. Guitar Hero 8. Rowit the Great. Watch this shredding. Just watch this shredding. Watch it. I think the big word of the night is smooth. Yo, Rohit, there's one point in there when you're just going to town. I mean, you're just hitting every note flawlessly, just playing along. You just look up and you go, flip the hair back. And that's when we knew that you were the shred king. Oh my gosh. Rohit, oh my god. Dude, and he graduated today, I think, or graduated sometime this weekend or something like that. Congrats to everybody graduating. But, you know, this has been such a cycle of emotions for me, trying to watch all of you become these different musicians over the last 9 weeks. This is 9 weeks of nico.radio. And I'm sorry, I have to giggle. It's just that good. But you know, last time you toned it down with me, and we did a beautiful tune, and then you just come out and you're just like, yep, I am the smoothest musician you've ever seen. I can do this in my sleep. That's what all of you look like this week. We've gone from week 1 like, hey, new thing, don't know how to do this, but we're going to give it a try. And then you've learned it, and you've grown, and you've grown. And Rohit just put out, 3 minutes of flawless, smooth, perfection, hair flip everything? Oh my gosh. That was the smoothest you've ever played. That was just the coolest. Post that everywhere. Get it out there. Everybody follow him, please. Rohit, my heart is full because of you this week. Thank you. All right, let's bring it on. Now, I've had some fun with this one. Gabe and I played a little secret this week on all of you. Even though I said that we were going to do Nico collabs last week, Gabe was like, Nico, I'm begging you. Let's do another one. And I was like, Gabe, I'm begging you. Let's do another one. I loved working on Gabe's last week, but he so kindly said, Nico, if you want to play, totally fine. If not, So, of course, I wanted to play. I'm dying to. This is like my dream come true to collaborate with all of you. Campfire. Yes, he takes our hearts on a journey yet again. Our friend Gabe.
Inside as you bat your eyes, send shivers down my spine. And summer nights, arms wrapped around you by the firelight. You're lighting up my night, and you start talking and laughing and making my heart race. And then you're pushing, you're shoving, you kiss me on my face. This fire seems to never die, nor do these butterflies. These butterflies, that precious smile ignites my nerves. If I haven't seen you in a while, you proceed to knock my style. After all this time, you're still the first thing on my busy mind. After a long restful night, good morning, I love you, have a great day, and then it's good night. You are the only girl for me. You think that I'd not be so nervous after a year goes by, but they had other plans in mind. These butterflies, these butterflies. Ooh, ooh, these butterflies. These butterflies, these butterflies, these butterflies.
Gabe, oh my gosh. I feel like, here's the thing. Someday, somebody's gonna write a movie about my romantic love life of 0 people. No, someday somebody's gonna write the movie of all my breakups and all of my falling in love moments. But Gabe is going to write all of those falling in love moments. Oh, lyricism has been flawless the last 2 weeks, all of these weeks. You've done an original every single week, which, no, except In My Life by the Beatles, I remember. But when you've done your originals, just there's a different component of each of them every time. I mean, the guitar, whoo, the way you run that acoustic, it's beautiful. But I love when you add the lyrics in, and it really, if I can feel it, and you obviously feel it, I'm sure other people will feel it too. So that's it. You're uniting people under that purpose that I am in love. And I do love that girl, and I do love that boy, and that's whatever it is. You're telling our romantic lives, and that's your story. So, Gabe, you've got a way with all of our hearts, all hearts in the chat for our friend Gabe. Thank you. And I'm really excited what we're going to do next week. See, you have an extra. I'll be putting that in your folder, and yeah, I'm really excited to keep working with you. All right. It needs no introduction. It's Sean time.
Wind me up, spin me around, play me like I'm your favorite sound. The best days are when you've unlocked this present shape like a music box. I'm trapped inside, I cannot breathe. You only smile when you laugh at me. Once I've played my little tune, your interest fades and you're gone so soon. Round and round I go on this plastic pedestal. My music plays only for you, but you don't seem to collecting dust in your forgotten memory, but it happens often. Only take me out to play when you've been having a bad day. You never take me anywhere. You leave me here with just a prayer. I don't wanna sleep tonight. I just wanna be alright. Round and round I go on this plastic pedestal. My music plays only for you, but you don't seem to Round and round I go on this plastic pedestal. My music plays only for you, but you don't seem to
Oh my God. So it was week 3, I believe. I think it was week 3 when when I think I suggested some people to do originals, and Nina brought in Music Box. And I think that's really the moment when nico.radio gained some character. I personally learned what this was for people, and what it is for me. And Music Box is kind of sung in my head as that turning point, that moment where it really clicked on. And from that moment on, I mean, Nina's kind of been the soundtrack to Nico.radio. I mean, literally, she's been here every single week. But she's been the soundtrack, kind of that, like a music box. You know, some of them you have to crank up and then they sing, or you just open them and they sing. That's kind of like opening up every stream or cranking it, you know, giving it the energy to sing and dance. I guess that's what Nina is to me. That's what Nina is to Nico.radio. And all my hearts in the chat go to Nina. But especially, you know, from Nico to Nina. What you mean to us at Nico.radio, what you mean to me, really, thank you. This is, you know, your original music, your talent, but you are such a gift, a great best friend for me. So thank you. Sean, we got all hyped up for that, and then we saw a whole different side of you. What the heck? I love it. Sean, from the moment I met you, I knew that you had such diverse talents, but this one really pulled you aside and showed me that you can write songs with other people too. I mean, that was your rendition. It was beautiful. I love you both. Thank you for being a part of my life, my community. And this is our community now. This is what we do when we put things together like that. So we love you, Antonina. We love you, Sean. Sean time. It's always Sean time. But thank you both for inspiring me and keeping me up. And then finally, we have a tradition here on Nico.radio. Hey, real quick. Wait, I got to get the right hand to do it. There, right there. That thing right there. You need to do that like now because we're on to our last song. And we'll talk a little bit at the end. But you need to do that right now. And then I'll tell you our updated number at the end. And I might change a few things to make it look a little better. So, but there's no better way to finish off Nico.radio than the OG. The OG of OG-ist, if that makes any sense. Original. It's time to go fishing, of course. Phish with Brendan.
Joy was over there in her incredible clothes. She had silver silk shimmering down to her toes. I was doing the best that I can, I suppose. But that little girl dancer eventually grows. She grows. You can't imagine all the times that I tried to uncover the source of the tears that you cried. Let's throw it away and just go for a ride. You'd say okay, but you'd keep it inside. And I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy. 'Cause this is your song too. I never thought I could have it so good. You were the song that my soul understood. But time is a river that flows through the woods, and it led us to places we both understood would be gone before too long. Would be gone before too long. When we were young, we thought life was a game, but then somebody leaves you and you're never the same. And all of the places and people belong to the puzzle, but one of the pieces is gone. And it's you. It's you. It's you. Joy, it's you. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy. 'Cause this is your song inside together, you'll see the change when the sun shines through. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy, 'cause this is your song too. 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 We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy, 'cause this is your song too.
Brendan texted me this week, and he said, hey, I think a great challenge would be to choose a song that makes you feel happy. And they did just that. Also featured was Hunter, Allison, and Jacob Lopez. Their Instagrams will be featured on the Instagram this week. You'll get to see them. Do follow them as well. Brendan, for the last 9 weeks, Hunter participated twice in the last 9 weeks, and Jacob, I think, about 6 or 7 times now. Your musicianship has just escalated. I get to see this. I not that I have an eye for anything, but I get to see this. But it's clear when it might not be the most challenging piece of music, it might be the most heartfelt, and that is sometimes the most challenging to convey. Brendan, you've made us all happy. And I think that there's a reason. I don't know. Brendan has soundtracked nico.radio. Music Box has kind of been my blood. Antonine has been the blood that keeps me going here. But Brendan has really painted. If I think of nico.radio and the soundtrack right now, my OG Brendan has really done it for me. And I'm so glad that he chose this song this week. I know a lot of it is Phish. Ugh. I caught like 3 fish in the last 2 days, but not that kind of fish. But yeah, Brendan, you make me so happy to do this. You make me so happy. This is what it is. This is our song. That's what the lyrics just said. And Brendan, I'm just so thankful that you come back each and every week. You're my best friend, and you've made nico.radio what it is. And really, that's what I'm fighting for. That's why I'm here. That's why I show up every Tuesday at 6 p.m., sometimes earlier, and that's why I'm here, for the happiness, for you. I know that nico.radio is taking different turns. One, I want you to be a part of those turns, those twists and turns. I need you to reach out to me and tell me what you want to see in content from me, right? I need you. You are equally as part of this community as I am. You have the part. you have the opportunity to write the lyrics and the melodies of nico.radio. So tell me what you want and I will make it happen. Number 2, our challenge next week will be nico.collab part 2. This week, you can send in whatever you want. I'd prefer originals but no, we could do covers. We could do covers for sure. It's just that I can't post those on our Facebook page afterwards. Copyright, So if we do originals, it's a win-win. 1, you get your song out there, and 2, I get to play music to it. So yeah, it's really a win-win for all of us. So yes, collaborate with me. That's an optional task. If you want to do your own thing, I say do Brendan's challenge. In the times of quarantine and all that, write a song or do a song that makes you happy. Make a song that makes you happy, right? Okay, so that would be a collab for next week. I'm going to bring it back to webcam mode, and I want to pull up our list. I just want to tell you where the donations are before we leave. I also want to tell you this. You've been such a great part in my life, and I noticed that, remember, this was created out of the idea that we can't go outside and share our music. We can't put our music on a stage. So nico.radio became the stage, right? That was the whole premise behind this. But now we're starting to see that the world is opening back up, and it might not be that safe, but the world is opening back up. Sorry, I'm trying my best to pull up our list here, our form, so we can see form submissions. There we go. Okay, so anyway, yeah, the world is starting to open up again, and stages might be opening up, and other places to perform, and other opportunities, and it's summer, and nobody wants to be working when they could be relaxing. Totally fine. I get it. I understand if nico.radio starts to become a tax for you. It shouldn't be a tax. It should be fun. It's free. It's fun. It will always be free. It should also be fun. And if you start to feel the sense that I can't be here for that, or I can't do that, that's okay. I'm worried that we might lose our momentum. I think the nico.collabs will keep it up. So basically, nico.radio is kind of finding its new taste, its new passion. And I think it is writing music with me, giving you free stems, and turning that into your own original music. I feel like there's a lot of benefit that comes out of that. I will know no matter what happens here on this platform, one thing is certain, that we did a good thing here. We together have formed a community. One that unites people under a purpose. One that expresses ourselves fully. And one that was readily available to everyone, right? We did exactly what music does. We made music in a world of noise. So I think no matter what happens here, we've done a good thing, and I'd like to keep that up. It's summer. It's time to relax. I know it's time to have fun, but you drive the boat now. You tell me what to do, and I will literally jump around in circles to do whatever you want on nico.radio. You have this power. You have a voice. Make it known. Make it heard. You are my family. You are my best friends. Speaking of family, I need all the hearts in the chat to go there right now. Throw some hearts in the chat for my sister Rachel, who was just married this weekend. Rachel, my sister, my heart, my life. So proud of her and all the great things she does. She now gets to write her own soundtrack to her own life, her own journey. And drop your hearts in the chat for her. A little update on our donations. Okay, so I'll take it. Looks like we have about nine submissions. So here's what I'm going to do. I said my minimum contribution would be $50, right? Somebody name their favorite progression that we played at the beginning. Chloe, I'm counting on you. You were here. Natasha, I'm counting on you. Name some progressions, all right? I just want 3, okay? 3. This is going to be a weird math problem, but that's what music is. It's just a funny math problem, all right? So we have $50 guaranteed from me. We had 9 donations. $59 so far, all right? And I asked 3 chord progressions, okay? That's all I want in the chat. 1451, 1625, something like that. Somebody give me something. I'm waiting. CEADGC. Okay, so let's see if I can do that. 136251. 14541. Okay, so those are the two I'm going to take. Here we go. So we've got 1 plus 3 plus 6, that's 10, plus 2 plus 5 plus 1, that's 8, that's 18. 59 plus 18, 77. 77. And then we have a 1451. That is 1 plus 5, 10, 14, 15. 77 plus 15. 8, $92. $92. Rachel remembers 1451. Okay, 92. We're going to pretend that somebody said 5-3, and now we're up to $100. I will be donating $100 to inequality.org right at the end of this session. And that's because that's what nico.radio is. Making music in the world of noise, treating everyone equally, giving all notes and rhythms equal values. Of course, that's not all that true because a quarter note is 2 eighth notes and 4 16th notes, just like we talked in the beginning. But every note deserves its value, and every rhythm deserves its value. Every melody, every harmony, every Nico.radio community member is a piece of music, an instrument of change, and we are going to make music in the world of noise. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of my life, of my journey, of Nico.radio, of the world of change. We are doing great things, and we're going to keep doing great things from here on out. Does that sound good to everybody? I hope it does. I wish everybody a great night. Stay safe. Be happy. Love you all. Talk to you soon.
Joy was over there in her incredible clothes. She had silver silk shimmering down to her toes. I was doing the best that I can, I suppose. But that little girl dancer eventually grows. She grows. You can't imagine all the times that I tried to uncover the source of the tears that you cried. Let's throw it away and just go for a ride. You'd say okay, but you'd keep it inside. And I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy. 'Cause this is your song too. I never thought I could have it so good. You were the song that my soul understood. The time is a river that flows through the woods, and it led us to places we both understood would be gone before too long. Would be gone before too long. When we were young, we thought life was a game, but then somebody leaves you and you're never the same. And all of the places and people belong to the puzzle, but one of the pieces is gone. And it's you. It's you. It's you. Joy, it's you. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside your room. We want you to be happy. 'Cause this is your song too. change when the sun shines through. We want you to be happy. Don't live inside the gloom. We want you to be happy. Come step outside.